Welcome to the Out There channel, live stream 468. Be with you after the intro. We're searching for aliens.
Hiding, I'm searching, I'm loving, I'm finding love, I'm hiding,
Finding
I'm
hate.
searching, I'm loving, I'm
Finding lots of
finding
hate.
love.
Dark side of ufology. Yes, the dark side control your party. These words have lots of meaning.
Hiding, I'm searching, I'm loving, I'm finding.
Sing along. Good to be back. I'll have to put up some Christmas decorations soon. Good to be back. Yeah. Better type up some side things. Hopefully this stream gets less trolls than the last one, because there was a bit more hassle with me using a smartphone for a camera and having to deal with trolls because no one else was around to help me on the side chat. Unfortunate. Anyone out there? I am the lone gunman, after all, of ufology. But I stick to my guns, I stick to my morals, and nothing's changed, right? Still the same old, which we're going to go over today. I probably need to type up my website as well. Welcome to the channel live. It's a lazy Saturday here at the moment. I'll see how we go. I've got a bit of a sore tongue today, so I might trip over some words. So I called this one UFO Haters and UFO Frauds. Nice and simple. That's all you ever talk about. Not all the time, I don't. We have brought you some interesting footage lately. Brought you another contactee story and other debates, of course. Help. Okay, that's that done. I'm using screen 1 to type it up because it's easier, because that's where the keyboard is. So you're seeing it pop up here on the second screen. So I wonder if we're going to get some Men in Black today. So we're going to talk about liars and frauds. And hoaxes. Bullshit. and false statements and fake. That's a lot of stamps. I'll just turn those off again. Yeah, so I should use that a bit more. That's fake 2 again. So the circle. Yep. And of course we've got the UFO jets coming in here, chasing the UFOs. There they come. Now if we can catch some HD footage that above your house, send it in. And it's probably better CGI than some of the shit I've seen today, but we'll go over it as usual. And if you want to support and keep me on air and like what I do, looks like it might be able to sync here a bit too. Let me just reset that. CPU needs to be upgraded on this to the next level laptop. Can't see it happening anytime soon though. Possibly another year. I don't know, it depends how much bills I've got to pay out. 1, 2. Yeah, still a bit kind of syncy, I think. Anyway. James Fox. Pulsat. Cover-ups. Okay, it's looking all good. I'm not sure if anyone's joined me yet. If you're out there, the stats are not always correct, so just say hello, so we know you're out there. And enjoying what we're doing, of course. So, what's first up? Just to recap, the last thing I looked at was this thing from oops, oh, that's alright, from this show here, which they said it was a genuine UFO, but they don't necessarily mean it's an alien craft, right? So it's an unknown thing in the sky. I reckon I should use genuine UAP myself, because it hasn't got the alien attachment to it, so, you know. And that was one of the images which I didn't process, but you can see it's still got the same shape to it there. And I think it's heading towards the camera now. If you look at all the previous frames, it was heading this way. And we got some compression artifact there with the blackness underneath, but it's still the triangle shape, and I determined it must fit. After doing some extra filters, that it looks like it's got some blade prop coming up here. It's got little stumps on it, and looks like it's got a camera with a dark bit on it here. So we can get rid of some of the overexposure. If the whites are not all the same colour white, you know, as there's many shades of white, shades of grey, we can use the filter to actually get to see maybe what the real shape of the object is. So anyway, we can get rid of that one. I'll just post it on the side here. Anyone that wants to share it about on their Twitter, they can do. It helps out the channel. So that was on proof. It was out there. Debunked. And go and add on to your Twitters. So this is a drama coming out currently, which, as you know, I've tried to warn people about GUFON because of the character attack and slanderous claims and calling me names over me coming out and posting that he was incorrect about Myla balloon's maximum height. So all he did was attack me, saying that I was wrong, but never proved it, and made a complete mess of his attack on me. That's probably one of his worst episodes ever, where he was claiming that the weather balloon wasn't a weather balloon. That's not a weather balloon, that's just a toy one. He made some strange comment like that, and he's meant to be a balloon expert, right? That's fair enough. He just hasn't kept up with reading. You got to do a lot of reading when you do UFO research. UFO research is not going outside of a camera and just aiming at the sky. UFO research means getting all the technical details on your camera and all the known artifacts that people have reported on them. First of all, understand your technology you're using and what not to do. And plastic lenses don't mean a crap nowadays. And VHS and handycams. Now you got smartphones with 120 megapixels, and they've now got up to 3 optical zoom, which makes a hell of a difference now. As we've seen on one of the videos we got from the UK recently, where if he didn't do that, he would have pulled out the details of it being a UFO, and it would have been disclassed as a balloon. But you can see here, GUFON's now been given the label UAPBULLY, which is a rightful correct name for him. But he's done a lot more damage to ufology than just that, right? You can't be a truth seeker and claim that you're promoting the truth when you're promoting frauds. And third phase are frauds. Doesn't matter if they were hoaxes 100 years ago. They're still hoaxes. They're still not trustworthy source of information. Same with Tyler Cloutner. He's never ever said, Paul's talked about this voice modification on these 3 videos. He hasn't sort of plugged that. But that there is a criminal offence, faking interviews, right? Using voice mod and software. Unless you class it in your description or whatever on the video saying it's a mockery or whatever. But so this new guy has been attacked in exactly the same way as I was attacked. But the thing is, I've got qualifications. I've been doing it for a long time, a lot longer than this guy. And he was actually hanging out with GUFON, and I'm not even sure if these guys initially joined in laughing, attacking me, whether they come after that incident, I don't know. But a lot of his followers have got the same mentality as GUFON, and they don't fact check. And double standards and hypocrites, right? Just always started my channel off as an honest channel, and I'll even tried to debunk my own sightings, and showed you what I did to debunk them even, so you had some basic ideas. And that was 5 years ago, although I did get caught up in some of them. Dr. Lear's footage with the alien moving around, I thought it was legit myself, but more information come to light when I saw the characters involved and understood more about their place in ufology. That some of the people that the cameraman was hanging with was a known fraud and a hoaxer. And when I saw the camera and read that it was it was mixing matching model numbers of different parts on the lenses, and you can't do that. And that was part of the solution to what we were seeing there. He was actually hoaxing it. He knew he was hoaxing it. And he fooled a lot of people. a light in the sky, and aim your camera up it and pretend that you're filming it when you actually, you're filming inside your camera itself, through some tricks and faults of the camera. So if you want to listen to that old research, you can go back and find the live stream on it, and many more, of course. But yeah, Alien Girl is another one that sort of goes around sides with everybody, so I haven't got any good words for her either. She's always attacked me, but she's tried to hang out on live streams with all the other frauds out there. That's not a way to get credibility. You're best to keep it to yourself and get credibility slowly and build up your channel slowly. Don't simply go with all the big channels out there to see if you can get some subs from them. It doesn't work. And generally the bad people anyway, the wrong type of thinkers. Takes a lot of effort to break someone's thinking. John was wise enough to check out my stuff, even though he was angry that I was attacking Tyler, but he found out that I was actually quite honest in telling the truth, and he could follow through and fact check what I was saying. And it went from giving him $30 a month to $0 a month, and even was so glad that he had met me and changed his whole view on UFOs. I said, look, even though most of it's junk on the net, 99%, there's some real cases out there. It's just a matter of finding them through the noise. But he pops in now and again. But he said he's lost interest in UFOs now. He had his own incredible site in Arizona with lights popping up in the sky and stuff. But again, still don't know if it was man-made or alien craft or drones or whatever. So this episode here, I'll post down the side. Maybe I'll find a clip in it and let you have a listen to it if you want. Hey Dan, how's it going? Hey, we've got a mod in the house. You can now help mod any bad people on the side. You can time them out and tell them about the rules. Yes, I did a late night one, so I knew you weren't going to be around. Could have done with you on the last episode. I got trolled to hell. Unfortunately, it sort of ruined the flow of my documentary that I was going to do on the books, of course. And we did find some interesting stories there, if you've not watched it, on Cooper, the astronaut, which I hadn't heard before. So, GUFON moron. Actually, attacks more UFO channels. Now, the problem with GUFON versus me is I don't character assassinate people. I tried to avoid attacking the personal traits, Instead, I tried to focus on their behaviour or their facts, and if they're wrong, I will have to correct it. Or if they claim a video is legit when it's not and it's CGI, I got to have to say something. This is the way I am, because we're trying to get rid of the noise in the system. Unfortunately, not enough people watch me, of course, to get the information that I try to relay to people. We'll look at some new fakes and we'll go through it together so you can learn. But anyway, this guy here is called Thomas Fessler. Like I said, when we have open lines, if these guys are around, they can simply jump in and join us on chat if they want to talk about things in ufology. But it seems that everybody loves UFO drama. It's just crazy. And that sort of gives them publicity, though. But, you got to really give a good reason why you want to keep debunking them all the time. Because not everyone sees all the old episodes, right? So you have to keep on doing it, because it's going to maybe wake up one person that might come along. So that's the only reason I do it. Plus, it's not working, but it doesn't stop me doing it, because it needs to be done. One day it might wake up people. Anyway, let's see. Let's see if we can find a spot in this. His partner's actually quite good. It looks like a military man of some sorts. He was making lots of sense. What was his name? What does it have on the screen?
Drive to Kansas City, all the way across the state.
That's the last thing we want to do is get on here and do the same kind of a rant to a degree of what GUFON does. But what we're doing here is we're just bringing out the facts. We're just going ahead and bringing it. We're not going ahead and making things up to throw someone under the bus. You can see this is a regular behavior that's out in public for everybody to see. And my biggest piece of advice to him would be, stop attacking other people. Be a good interviewer. Be a great person who wants to be
professional,
part of something big. Just because it's something you're hearing that you want to disbelieve everything and throw absolutely everything under the bus, then if you're going to do that, start with your first video that you recorded 17 years ago, which is a lot lower quality than the stuff we saw coming out from Jeremy Corbell that was recorded by the Snoopy team.
But if he does that, I will have to look at and investigate it and probably debunk it. Like his butterfly one, right? And he couldn't accept it was butterflies, and I'm 100% sure it was butterflies. I looked up all the stats of when the migrations were happening, and that was bang in the right period for it to be happening. So, yeah, and of course you got the balloon snake, which is obviously a wedding arch that sort of floated away, and his jetpack mag, which is a bunch of balloons, which is very similar to that one I just done a few weeks ago. Let's True. How's it going? Checking in, haha, yes. So, I'm not sure who that guy's name is there.
Which is the Navy's onboard intelligence service that was going ahead and recording the UFO incidents with iPhone 8s. Good for Apple. But when we have that kind of evidence coming out and you want to throw everything under the bus, is it a reason that you just don't want to believe? Or is
Yes, so you got to be careful not to throw the baby out of the water, right? So this is why we create a list when we start looking at videos of possibles. And UFO is always on the list, right? And UFO may mean Black Ops or alien craft, so you might want to break it out into Black Ops and alien craft instead of using the term UFO. But you can break that down further still once you get down to that level. Basically, you got to be in the middle and look at it with an open mind and question everything, right? Even conclusions from other people, other debunkers. They may have missed something, or they've got agenda themselves. They want to prove that it's what they say it is. Else they might look foolish from fool from what they said previously. But sometimes it's best to say, yep, I was wrong, this more information come forward which I wasn't aware of, and this is what it really was, which is basically what I try to do with all my stuff. You always find the next corrections further on in live streams if I've made a mistake, or I've done something better, offline, where I've got more CPU to deal with things, right? But attacking characters, you know, like saying this guy's a four-eyed, blah blah blah, and this guy here is, I don't know, it just looks like a normal guy to me. I don't know how anyone comes up with nicknames, but GUFON is really good at creating nicknames and insults. He didn't. I think he didn't really attack me directly, but he said he tried to mock the voice, of course, and mostly my co-hosts, which were UK accents, and one of them actually did have a speech impairment, and he was making a mockery of him, calling him Bigfoot, which is a no-no. But me, I just tune into people most of the time, and can understand what they're saying from different countries. And I don't know why people seem to attack that from America. Maybe because they don't travel enough, or watch TV news enough. Maybe their TV cable news just sucks so bad they don't hear accents and stuff on TV, or they don't watch enough foreign movies or something. I don't know. But yeah, as they say, don't leave town till you've seen the country. Meaning don't go overseas until you've seen your own country, and I think probably 90% of people in the USA haven't even seen their own country because it's so big. But sometimes that doesn't work, you know. Kiwis will go overseas before they actually go around the South Island. So they do the same thing. So yeah, Kiwis, you've probably seen them all over the place. They're big travellers, and but yeah, just calling people names is just kind of silly.
Is it a reason that you do want to believe? Rob had a great question, I guess.
I'm not sure.
Are you in the chat or on the panel?
Oh,
Rob's got vision again. He can actually.
When I watched this, the side chat wasn't still processed, so it was going on.
He sees stuff on his laptop, so he's actually feeling like he can go ahead and interact. Uh-oh, it's happened again. Let's find the music, kick it up. Thank you.
Day, that would be the optimal outcome. I don't want to see him, you know, after all these years of work that he just gets crushed into the carpet. But if he's going to be nothing but a loudmouth and obnoxious, he needs to find something else to do.
Yeah,
that's what his followers like, though.
Well, that's a mean thing, but I'll say it.
His followers like that. They're a bunch of bigots, crazy people, and they got lots of money to burn by the looks of it. I don't know. It's quite a crazy ufology. It's got these little pockets of personalities. Either you want the truth and want a professional presentation each time, or you just want to be entertained and watch a clown or a monkey jump around. I suppose it's up to you what you really want from ufology. Or maybe there's the other group of people that likes to watch GUFON and just laugh at him throughout the whole show because he just likes to get attention, doesn't he? He always likes to play the fool. Which is fair enough, it's working for him. You know, GUFON is not always wrong. He's not 100% wrong. Give him some credit, he does get expose a lot of frauds. He does also do a bit of politics, which a lot of people will probably be against his views on it. Because there's always that 50-50 in ufology. And... or wherever you go, actually. So you always upset people. But that's it's up to you if you want to bring politics into your show. I personally want to keep politics out. But if it involves a bit of science and maybe what do you call it? Theory and stuff, you know, and then I might make a comment on it. But yeah, generally just stick to UFOs and the UFO topic, and promote the good channels out there. You know, Martin Willis, he does some really great interviews. But how many of these types of podcasts can you all watch? You know, everybody's copying Martin Willis by going and get some of the big names on and start interviewing them. But they all seem to be asking the same questions is my problem. And a lot of them don't ask the hard questions. And you know, I do. And a lot of people won't come on my show because I will ask the hard questions. And especially if we've got Robert on with us, as you know. There's no mucking around. And there's no more a believer than Robert, of course. I'm a wee bit more skeptical than him. And we don't always agree eye to eye, but that's the way it is in ufology, right? And I'm not going to throw him under the bus because he believes in a particular case where I'm pretty sure it's not aliens, but that's why we get a good friendship, you know? We're sort of honest with each other and call spade a spade. And you know, he once left and he came back again. Oh, actually, he's sort of blocked me a few times over arguments. It's kind of funny, and I always know he'll eventually come back because we do push the boundaries here, I think. We do get people that actually like what we do and actually have genuine story. So this is the thing about this whole argument that started up here is on a particular girl that said that she went to a cave in a wheelchair using a smartphone to talk to aliens, right? And everybody's saying, yeah, right. And so they're calling her a liar and stuff. But you got to be careful. You got to be professional. You can't just call people crazy or mentals or drug users on air. Especially when you're interviewing them directly, because it upsets them and it may upset other people. And the thing is that she may have had experience, right? And maybe embellishing it now, you know, to make some money out of it, which happens quite a lot in ufology, as you know, which is kind of sad. I don't know. We have to see where it goes. I hear that she had some witnesses to it and can't get hold of them and all that sort of stuff, you know. I think eventually, like I keep saying, hoaxers and liars eventually will put their foot in it and it'll be obvious that it's all hogwash, right? They can't keep up with their own lies. Now, Bob Lazar's got caught out on a few of those ones, you know, and the description of the sports model UFO, how it was working underneath. He changed it slightly from the original story, which the behavioural panel also noticed and pointed out. And he also talked about the alien bodies and then changed it to alien doll, and then maybe he was mistaken what he was seeing through the window and all this sort of stuff. So, yeah. There's a good thing that Michael Schratt did, even though I don't like the guy. He actually did a thing called the Lazar Report. If you've not gone and read the PDF on it, it's actually got a sort of like a balanced view on it. It starts off exposing the size of the UFO and how big it was and whether the humans could actually crawl and lay in the belly and fly it and all that sort of stuff. So it goes into a bit of detail. And shows up some problems with what he was explaining, and also looks at some possibilities that he was there, also in the same report. So if you've not seen that PDF, I think it's a few pages long. It's still available to be searched on the internet. Go and do a search on it and see how you go. You should be able to find it. I think I've also posted a link on various debunks I did with Lazar. But as I said, I looked at Lazar from a purely scientific viewpoint on gravitational waves. Gravitational waves is like a big foobar and Big Bang Theory and all that sort of stuff. And as we know, it's just a theory, and they're trying to prove the existence of things. And as we know, a lot of these experiments have been wrong. and they've had to retract it after saying that they discovered something, and it turns out there was an error. So yeah, you got to always be Christian scientists as well, right? So yeah, whether gravitational waves really exist or not, this doesn't really matter, because I pointed that out in my debunk on Bob's topic, that if we could detect it with these LIGO detectors, then we would be detecting it all the time, right? We don't need a collision of a what was it, a black hole into a galaxy or something to create a lot of gravitational waves directly at us. The UFOs flying around above the detectors would be enough, or actually not even over top, it could be on the other side of the planet, would be enough to cause a slight detection, and that's not happening. So that means either gravitational waves are wrong and the experiment's wrong and it's not detecting, which is unlikely. It's more likely to be gravitational waves don't exist, which means those flying saucers don't use gravitational waves. It's just a theory. It's just another concept like element 115, which we know is unstable. So there's a lot of problems with Bob Lazar, although some people say he's legit. Doesn't mean that he wasn't there, hadn't been seen in the lunchroom doing some other jobs, of course. So I think it's not black and white, but it's somewhere in the middle, grey, as I say, alien grey. But yeah, these guys are saying they don't want YouTube channels destroyed, which is the same philosophy as me, but we want people, or we want Google to stop allowing monetization on them. Even if mine gets disabled monetization, I wouldn't worry too much, because there's other ways you can get money anyway, but it just makes it a wee bit more less easy and less flashy, right? Because everybody likes the big flashy banners down the side, super chat, right? And even though 30% goes to Google, but they're shooting themselves in the foot if they do that. They know that they like these big fraud UFO channels, but they want to come across to the rest of the world that they are managing the fraud videos, not putting advertisers on it, which is obviously BS. So yeah, it's hard not to rant on all this stuff. It sort of distracts it from the real UFO research. But yeah, all I see each week is some sort of attack on someone happening, which will be another UFO researcher or whatever, or UFO debunker or UFO whatever critic. But not actually attacking what they were saying. It's more attacking their personalities. It's kind of strange. Anyway, I'm not sure if I pay much more of this one.
Anyway, was Rich that kid that ate paste in school, or did he just start? Well, I don't know. It's an interesting piece, and going back, and I actually looked at some of his clips a long time ago, and if you search, I think it was GUFON 2018 or GUFON 2021, you'll see some with Rich without his false teeth in, and he's got a completely different accent, so we just have to wonder, is the accent we're hearing with Rich now the real Rich, or is it the one without the false teeth in that he's talking like he's a hillbilly? Is that the real Rich? We don't know who the real Rich is, honestly.
I think he was making a mockery of rednecks, which is kind of funny, really, because he had a lot of people from that side of America actually join in on their live shows. I don't realise that he mocks them. So, yeah, why would you go on a live stream without your teeth in the first place, right? I've used it in my movie, but I've made it into a bit more comedy for fair use. So if you've not seen my GUFON movie, go ahead and watch it. But they also talk about his maybe a criminal record. From what I've found, that's another person. Not a really nice person either. But the middle name is not the same. But it doesn't mean there's not people with criminal records running UFO channels. So I've pointed those type of people out before. And the security team is definitely one of those people. You've got to remember the court records are only what they got caught on. It doesn't mean they've probably got away with 50% more, 100% more type crimes in the process, right? Anyway, you can go and listen to that whole interview. It's only 58 minutes. But yeah, I'm not sure there's much more to want to play on it.
Mr. Ian in the chat, and he had gone and prepared a fake UFO video that he went and he sent to GUFON. And when he did so, he went and, we sent it to him. He explained it to him how it worked, how he created how the video was created, the tricks that were used for going and put it together, and gave him a very good breakdown of how it was created. And in the conversation coming back, he, acknowledged all that stuff. What happened was in that video went from GUFON to Third Phase. And Third Phase actually went out there in the video, and they said, we talked to the people who submitted this video, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was no sound coming from it, which is a flat-out lie, because of course there was no sound coming from it. It was a fake UFO video. But they spent a good 5 minutes on that. And when we did that, it was, rather than GUFON saying, yeah, I made a mistake, that went on, it turned into a flat-out, all-out attack against me, the same way he had been attacking John Carty, also known as Rican.
And out the channel. Anyway, you can go and listen more to that. But that's what they're saying, that he's a hypocrite working with Third Phase. And it's about the money, not about the topic, about getting to the truth at all. But what can you do about it? You either got to treat them as entertainment, same with security, and put up with 2 million people watching him, and 99% of them actually think he's actually a factual news channel. That's fact-checking his stuff when he's not. Until they see my videos, none of them bother doing research. They're too busy playing games, I guess. It's that sort of age group, isn't it? So I'm not sure how Dan managed to find me. He's the youngest one here. He's still going to school, but yeah. They see that this is bad for young people's minds, apparently. So, but we grew up with it and watched every bit of it on the news, and there wasn't much around, right? We didn't have the internet back in my time, so you're very lucky nowadays. And yeah, so basically we've been studying it for years. So when we see the Phoenix Lights, we think, wow. But then we find out, right, that was like a flares dropping, they were going behind the mountain. That's why they didn't go out the same order as the flares were dropped. And then it all makes sense. And you think, oh, okay, what's all the fuss about? But then you find out there was other sightings 2 hours earlier. So yeah, and then now we find out that some engineer said, well, the Phoenix Lights was us. He said it was their stealth blimp technology that they were developing with electric rocket type engines that could send them off at hypersonic speeds. So yeah, how it did that I don't know. But maybe they got some advanced technology that they don't want the Russians to get their hands on still. Who knows? So this is why we're here. We're still searching for the answers, because I feel really lucky knowing truth seekers like Paul. Thanks, Dan. So on to the next thing. From the drama into UFO videos. Orb hovering, then hiding behind cloud. I'm not sure if you've seen this one before, or I skimmed over it, but we'll have a look. And we'll do one after another, I guess. Poland, apparently. So we'll quickly watch it once, and then we'll go through it again. And if you want to think what it is, on the side chat, go and blab it out. And we'll see if you're correct. So, was there any characteristics of a UFO there? Or any man-made stuff? So it looks like it's in a thunderstorm. There's no sun from what I can see. So what's this showing here straight away? Hello, Jason. Welcome to the channel. It looks like it's really well lit, doesn't it? For that really dark scene of the storm. Where's all that light coming from? Straight away, that's a red flag for me. So naturally, you'd think it would be maybe a weather balloon, maybe some sort of it could be a miter balloon even, but more likely to be a latex type balloon. It won't be black, of course. It'll be some colour that they always look black on video, or overexposed white, of course. So to me, that seems to suggest maybe the video is CGI at that stage because of the lighting. Just on that one aspect, so just keep on going. Another thing is, it looks like too much detail for a smartphone, doesn't it? Okay, so what happened there? So that was meant to be it disappearing. And you notice the bright spot. Let's see. Let's just watch how that works. The bright spot fades away. That's kind of weird, isn't it? So, are they trying to suggest that the light is internal there and not usually from the sun reflection? So, I suppose that's a way to get around it possibly being CGI at that stage. But why would the light fade out? Let's just keep playing that bit over again. It still looks like too many pixels, so we haven't got past that problem yet. For a smartphone, it should be a lot more blocky. Unless it's a modern one with the optical zoom, then it's possible. So when was it filmed? Do we have any information? Nothing there. Very nice. We've got no year, you see. Got no details, which is very suspect. And what happens here? Gradually fades away. Okay, so you could say that was a balloon that was suddenly popped and teared, and instantly looks like it disappears, right? So it still fits a balloon, but still it's too much detail there. But what year was this? This was posted 5 days ago, but it doesn't say a year number. Is it YouTube? No. So we got no information, which is very suspect. Maybe it was at the front again. Let's just go back again. Maybe I missed it. Oh, here we go. 2017. That was when the better smartphones come out. Same year as that one we looked at earlier, which is definitely a UFO. But he didn't have it on a dark sky like this. He had it on a really sunny day. And I don't think it was that clear. But then again, we think he sent us a lower bitrate version because we couldn't get the quality to his frames that he had snapped. So yeah, it still fits a possible one of those early Samsung optical smartphones. So is it CGI? And I wouldn't say it was a UFO anyway. To me, the way that sort of went, it could have been maybe an LED balloon which sort of tore and then popped and disappeared. So I can't rule that out completely. So you'd have to find other factors, whether this guy's done other videos that are very suspect and all that sort of business. So that's all part of the list finding, right? So yeah, whether anyone down here has exposed him, I don't know. We'll just go through it. Looks F legit. Again, it doesn't look like a UFO alien craft though. It might be legit object, but I kind of think it could be CGI. Looks still looks maybe it's too well lit for that dark sky, but these cameras do have better auto ISO mode, right, where it allows more light in, which is basically what my phone is, a Samsung with 3 lenses. It certainly does that. Compared to my old phone, it would be like pitch black almost with the LED lights on, but when I used it the other night on the new phone, it was like I had big floodlights on. So yeah, it's just amazing. The quality of the cameras and the phones are getting better, and the firmware, of course. Okay, so I doubt it's a balloon. Well, I haven't ruled that out. It's fully hovering in one area. Okay, balloons can do that. Especially if there's no wind, but we've got a big storm, so it is a bit suspect. We'd expect some wind currents there, and for it to be spinning around, of course. CGI is possible, but the channel is very small and no purpose too. So how do we get to the channel then? Up here. Alright, here we go. Didn't see that. Let's have a look. Is that the same thing? Poland, well, it sounds like it. Got a lot of people watching it. 10,000 is doing better than I am. And he's only got 400 subscribers, so how do you do that? By putting up a fake video to get people to join you. I have seen exactly the same. Well, okay, you might have seen a balloon. Something about fake. Video is to Kustusa. Whatever that is. Foreign language. Good job. Another foreign language. Must be Polish, I suppose. Yeah, all Polish. It doesn't have a translate? No. So they're not much help. Okay, what else has he got on his channel? So how long has he been around, for starters? And has all his videos captures of UFOs. So he's got more views than I have, and he started in slightly earlier than I did. So, the views look about right. Videos. Okay, so all these ones he's filmed before. Yeah, so straight away we've got the wind turbines one, which we know was a CGI. Where it apparently stops it rotating. Poland. UFO fleet. And he seems to have a lot in Poland here, but is he the one that's filming it? Ginsino. What's that? Is that his name, is it? No. So let's just have a look at the latest one. Hoaxes always slip up somewhere. Okay, that looks like a flares drop, right? Parachuted flares. He's got some sound there, but better mute that. So that's just military flares being dropped by the looks of it. But it can be faked with CGI, of course. How do you know it? Because it's creating a new light as it's moving left, right? And the last one's going out in order. So that one there could possibly be CGI, it could be real. This one here, that's something new too, isn't it? 2018. Okay. Doesn't look like CGI to me, but seems to be moving around. Seems to be all over the place though. So is that fake movement? Kind of looks like two balloons are going, doesn't it? He's got it out of focus now. Has he got speaker on it? No, it's got some crazy music, so that's a bit suspect, isn't it? You'd keep the original audio on there, where people are talking to what they're seeing. So that's another sign it could possibly be CGI. A bit suspect on that one. Oh, Jason, I better catch up on the side chat. What are you saying? I think it's a door handle. A handle. Then at my place, it looked like a door handle. I'm just trying to think which one it was now. And the round circle knobs you're talking about, those kind of door handles. Yeah, I got gold ones here. But you don't get the light source moving around like that and then disappearing, right? It's quite easy to do that in CGI though. Model it and put a light source and make the light source move around and start fading. So, so far, it's kind of looking a bit suspect, isn't it? Is this the same video that's sort of chopped up? This is 2017. Looks like the same type of thing again, isn't it? And again, it could be an illumination flare. And he's put some filters through. It's not moving much in the sky here. So it could be drifting with a breeze as it's coming down. Is it coming down at all? And then he ends it. So that's another thing, you keep filming until the end, don't you? You want to see when it disappears. So does he do that or not? Doesn't look like it, does it? So that's another red flag there on that one. Yeah. See, that could be far away. Illumination flare, quite bright. You don't see the smoke of it, and it looks like it could be hovering for ages, right? So if it's more than a 5-minute film, and the light's still there, then that would rule out it being a military flare, right? Because they only burn for that long. But you can see here it's less than 5 minutes, so it's most likely a flare in the distance, and he's in the right place where they're doing military exercises. Yeah, I kind of think maybe they're not CGI, but you could never rule it out, right? Apart from this one here, I'm not sure if you've seen that one before. Was he the one that actually did this one, though? If that's the case, then he fabricated it, so it puts in doubt all the other ones. What's he say on it? It's not in English. He sounds like the guy that filmed it, right? First video up, awesome video. How can we translate this? Google Translate. Let's see what he says. So this is all part of investigating and so on. And it's not looking good for him so far. Film recorded in 17th of April 2016 near a small town of Medan. Blah blah blah. According to witnesses, the object came from the east, so it's not him filming it. So yeah, he might be someone else's then. But he might be the source for it, so that means maybe he fabricated it. So again, it's getting. We need to find out more about this guy. I don't know if we can. We can search his name and put hoaxer. That's generally what I do with most UFO channels. I'll just try hoax first. And look who comes up straight away. UFO interest. Let's see. Before sharing old videos recycled by hoax promoters, you should check out if the clip was stolen by a YouTuber. There you go. So he takes other people's footage. So there you go, straight away. Just a simple search. And of course, if you sub to UFO interest, was actually going to look at his stuff today. You might be able to find it in the list there somewhere. You just have to go through it. But I'm just showing you how you normally find stuff, right? So you can sort of duplicate it yourself. And become, we've sort of gone through a few hoops. Yes, it looks genuine. Yes, it could explain that. Could be CGI. Then we've sort of gone round a full circle where it looks like flares, which a lot of people seem to get caught out on. But now we got here we go. A fake video was published in 2012 by the hoax channel Donuts. Okay, so I need to go to that one. Okay, where's the video though? So what's happened here? Have they deleted it or what? Too bad print was invented. I don't know. Where's that thing we saw in the cache? Maybe it's a click thing. Donuts. Which are the German brothers that are known for CGI. So he may have stolen it from them. And of course the other way to do it is to get a frame and do a image search. And then it might come up with their video. But yeah, it's all tedious work, this. Investigating, researching people and the videos. This is what MUFON has to do every day. Because they get so many sent to them. Here we go. Two spheres merging. I didn't see them merge, but anyway. I just find it strange that on the same channel, a person also has a video which seems to be taken from. Okay, where did the rest of that go? So I think we nailed him. I hope so. But he might have been filming balloons, so a lot of people do that and just put it up anyway, and they know it's balloons. Looks like a smaller one drops down first. Where's that comment though? Oh, right here. You have to jump through a lot of hoops on these blogs and forum sites. You gotta make sure you got all the comments. I don't want to see that one. Oh, I have to sign up. Deleted. Damn it. I think it's that case message that we're looking for though. I actually do have an account so I can log in, but I'm not going to bother. What's that say there? See more. Right, it's coming up this time. Just find it strange. Looks like the same object when the small object. Okay. Apparently, not all of them are given Nimitz video. No, that's not the comment we're after, was it? Anyway, it's kind of looking a bit suspect anyway. Can't seem to find that donuts comment. Why can't we just click on there and go to it? I think that's probably it, is it? So I think we might just put that one to a hoaxer category. CGI / balloons. If you want to do more research on that and see if you find something I've missed in this live debunk, go ahead. I'll just check up there. Door handle. Everybody likes door handles. Yes, it's possible. Here's that video going. That's fake. Like I said, we might better reverse image that one, or do a search for this one, see who the original poster was. But apparently the little UFO goes past and stops it spinning. So wind turbine stops UFO. The truth behind the UFO sighting. That sounds like it. Maybe. Or might be another one. Financial Times. Come on. Have we got a video frame? Damn. Is it the same one? Same video. Damn fruit. Don't know if it is. Let's have a look at images. I think that's one. That's definitely one. I think that's the same one, is it? No, 1, 2 there. One, two. Is that one there? And that one. So we're looking at 1 with 2. And there. Yeah, let's try debunked. And still coming up with that one. Daily Express. Okay. Let's see what that gives us. Area of Poland. But we know it's not that guy that filmed it though. Oh, yeah, let's got it here. Was posted by that person, and we now know that he's got to be a hoaxer then, because that footage there has definitely got errors in it. Stabilization, you can see there's CGI errors in it. But we're not going to find out here, are we? Let's see. Scott C. Warren, typical. And what else? Still going. Witnesses. It's a strange one. Have come forward with posting that the same object has been seen. So there's other witnesses, family members. Who knows? Claim to see similar objects. People saying that objects influence on windmills, but it's been analysed. That's a fake. That's a fake. That's a fake. That's obvious fake. So can't trust those eyewitness accounts. Let's put debunked in. Oh, we didn't actually look at Scott's post, did we? Might have information there. Things you might not know. Okay, so we know it was on Scott's page. Let's just have a look. Nope, not that one, not that one. Not that one. We'll go over those ones too. Is that the one? Mexican. Looks like a storm. Oh no, it's not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. CGI. That's the one, isn't it? Yep. That's the one. Video. Old published by Reddit is making rounds again as a fake CGI. That YouTube channel fabricated similar videos with fake spherical UFOs. Although, I don't know how you can say the CGI though. I debunked one of them in 20. Okay, he's debunked one of them. Let's have a look at this one. So it's the wind turbine one. And we know he's the source of it, so if it's proven to be CGI, then it puts his whole other videos in doubt. And which is, we could say the same with Third Phase, but they always seem to have a opt-out thing. You know, they've got plenty of CGI up on their site, and they always keep on going, they keep on making millions of dollars. So he's got the UFO frames, does he? Can't see anything, Scott. What goes up and down? Bad CGI. Alright, so we have to zoom in. Alright, he's going to zoom in. Oh yeah, it's going up on a UU. It's sort of weaving up and down, which, would you get that in the air current like that? If it was, it does seem a bit strange. Where's the full video? Okay, it looks like it dips down when the blade goes down. It's still falling. And we've got movement of the camera. Yeah, I'm still not convinced it's CGI there, really. Scott seems to think so. But it could be slight hand movement and roll and shutter. I still think maybe his videos are balloons, you know, and not CGI. But it's a bit hard to tell. It's always hard to tell with CGI. But legit alien craft, no. Don't think so. We'll just move on. I might sort of have a look at Scott's other videos, what he claims to be debunked. So I don't always agree with all these guys. I don't know how you can conclusively say it's fake, that one. Okay. Single wide, how's it going? Saved me and my family, and I had a sighting with 2 UFOs. They were exactly like Carlos Diaz documentary, exactly. I was saying, got with videos for the moment. Carlos Diaz is a fraud. 100%. He fabricated it using a torch for the beam, and that he could focus the beam down from fat to thin, and he used a lampshade. I did actually put up a picture where actually someone actually claims they manufactured a glass tube for him for a lamp, which was the same coloration as in the video, orange and yellows, with the same shape and everything. So, but it was hard to find because it wasn't in English. But other people out there, other researchers, have found the information that proves the Carlos Diaz he fabricated. But it doesn't mean what you saw wasn't real, of course. Unfortunately, unless you got a video, we can't analyze it. But you got to remember, nowadays, especially in the last 10 years, Chinese have been knocking out all sorts of shaped balloons with LEDs in it, and all different colours, and also kites that can look three-dimensional even when the lights are on. So you could be mistaken by that, of course. But unless we see the video, we can't sort of analyse it and say either way, right? So it's unless you've got some other information, like that it wasn't gliding along, but it sort of stopped and went the opposite direction, and then stopped again, and it shot up vertically and disappeared. And then that sort of discounts a kite and a balloon, right? So you got to take in the eyewitness account too. Okay, well, where's your video? So because they don't stay long enough and listen to what I have to say, and they get all upset, right? You know, what can I do? All I can say is join my Discord group and post it there, and we'll give you an honest opinion on it. It might not be what you want to hear, but any UFO video can be hoax. That's the problem. But the more data, the better. Radar data, multiple witnesses, seen on 2 cameras at the same time. All that sort of adds up, right? So, yeah. So it's a bit shame he's disappeared there, because we were going to ask him some more questions. But like I said, join our Discord group, submit it there, and we can bring it up on our next live debunk if you want. And I'll give my opinion on it, and other people in the side chat can join in too. But don't get upset. There's no point getting upset on this stuff. It's always good to get other people to analyze your video, especially people that do it day in and day out, and that's MUFON and myself, of course. That's just garbage. Here's the original source. Okay, I'm not sure what he's on about here. Video shows a young boy recording outside from the passenger view. He seems to be recording that plane that is flying past them. My nose is blocking up, so if it starts to sound strange, then all of a sudden a UFO from the other side flies past. Okay, I'm not too sure if we actually got the video that he's talking about. Got more of it down here. That looks like another plane passing it, doesn't it? With a contrail. So yeah, it's not playable. It's just a screen snapshot. Kind of looks like another plane. Probably from the same airport, or heading towards the airport they just left. Generally is the case. That is just a high mast lighting pole. Okay. We've seen these before too. It's talking about that light there, I guess. We'll find out. Yeah, you can see the individual lights, right? It's one of those ring LED ones, yes. What happened there, though? Did they splice videos together here? So that would have to be in a foggy day, then, where you can't see the post. But they are that quite high, and we've got those happening also in our area here, in car parks and stuff now. And you can see it from quite a fair distance away now. And it does get foggy like that, and you don't see the posts. So maybe I should record something at night time with my new phone, see how it comes out next time I get a foggy night like that. And it's a good idea, actually. Might just do that. Anyway, next one. Another UFO flyby past plane. Nope, it's an old fake video published in 2012 by known hoaxers, the Cascuba brothers. I don't know, I always get their name wrong. Another UFO. So what's wrong with this one? Just looking at that frame. So here's the wing of the plane. And this Tic Tac. Looks like there's too much detail, right? Too much detail again. And I just expect this to be more in the line of the blurriness of the plane wing here. See, the plane wing looks a wee bit smoky. I would expect this to be a bit more smoky too, but I suppose they got the YouTube video here. Oh, you can see it's not really high quality video. So where's UFO? So okay, that looks more what the quality I was expecting. Which kind of looks like it could be a jet. On spud cam too far away so you don't see the tail and wings. So again, I assume because he knows they do CGI, this one's CGI too. But it could be a real plane passing by. So that thumbnail was obviously made up. So who made up the thumbnail? If they made up that thumbnail from this video, then obviously it's CGI, right? So yeah, obviously that was made up. Because that wasn't in the video, was it? Not like that. Anyway, UFO hoaxers Nico and Marco Kescubenba were also exposed in 2015 on Debunk. Okay. So the debunk them as CGI artists. And of course they later renamed their site, so you read the About tab, to a project, which quite suggests that it's not legit, and they're using it like a resume for a video course or something. Crazy breaking news. So it looks like it made another YouTube channel. And then we got this one here. What's he saying? A while ago, there's a hot air balloon. Let's have a look at that one. I'll just mute that. Is it playing? Okay, I need to zoom in a bit. You can see it's sort of rotating, isn't it? It's three-dimensional. It's got spikes on it all around. Why has it stopped? I didn't tell you to stop. Yeah, I think we've seen that one before. Is that the Mexican one that's multiple colours? It's got spikes all over it. So that's a pretty good quality. Why do we get that for most of our UFO videos, right? Alright, you can see there's a payload tag underneath. Like a basket. So it must be like a hot air balloon. Looks like there's people hanging out the side there, is it? Now you probably could enhance that and sharpen it and stuff. Has he got a close-up? Doesn't look like it. Okay, Twitter. Here we go. So that's what it was. There's the payload down here. I don't think it's a people one then. Let's see. Has he got any footage of it? No. We have looked at that one before though, haven't we? Let's have a look at that one. So we've got to go around all the swings and roundabouts to get to where we want to find conclusive information. Hey? Alright, how to build it. So this is the guy that built it. Bingo. And how they send it up. Obviously you're going to have some gas cylinder down here to send it up. Oh, there it is again. Oh well, there we go. That's debunked for sure. Mexico with potato camera. Hey, okay, let's move on to the next person, I suppose. But looks like we've got a few more here. These photos note they are still images from a fake video. Section 51. Okay. Let's see if I can get on it. Looks like there's a craft on the moon, is it? Excuse me. 2 fake images. UFO. Okay, it's probably end up on Security Team's channel. And next one is brief history about old video. 2013. We saw that one up before, didn't we, with the contrail. UFO footage from messenger plane. Maybe it wasn't looking at that, it was looking at that, was it? Let's play it then. Recycled garbage. What have we got here? Plane wing. Definitely a plane going past. But there's meant to be a UFO there. Alright, something went past really quickly. Closer to the plane. He searched the video. The internet domain. Got a lot of views. Okay, move on. Excuse me. I have to cough again. I better catch up on the side chat in a minute. Or am I up to it anyway? So it was sent to MUFON, was it? Right. UK. So it looks like he's found the source of it. Alright. Yeah, we saw the mistake there, didn't we? So the UFO channel, it's got lots of fakes on it. So yeah, and it's 213 here when it was actually 2012 on the other one. So it's recycled. What else we got? Footage we just sent to us last night. Okay, it's the same thing. Next one. Rosary balloon. Let's have a look. I think we've seen this one before, haven't we? I'll just mute it. So yeah, it looks like a long tube or something in the sky. Get it in focus, get it in focus. Closer up would be good. Oh, lens flare. There we go, and this time. Not very good. I'm going to skim on. Oh, here we go. Now we can see it crumbling. And yeah, it does look like one of those loopy things that we already did a search on. It's probably got LEDs in it. Yeah, that's why you can see it. A string of balloons, basically, with a weight on it, so it always is vertical. And the weight being across, of course. I think we got there, didn't we? Oops, what's happening? Not sure what happened there. Okay, still more. MUFON case. I was actually going to look at some MUFON, but probably going to run out of time. Let's see. MUFON case, Tic Tac UFO, and most of those always end up being planes, right? Nope, solved by Mick West. It's Delta 2474 from United 267. So it's just a plane. Speaking of which, I think Mick West brings this one up anyway. On this one here, but we'll have a look, see what it's the same. Yep. Kind of looks like a balloon. Some people might say it's CGI. But my first guess on that one would have been a plane anyway. It's a lot of work for CGI. Normally they don't last that long. And he's got some movement with the hand, isn't he? Yeah, look. They went backwards then because they moved it with digital zoom, which I believe they wouldn't do with CGI. Digital zoom can make the plane sort of go backwards and look like it's not moving as they're zooming in and moving it slightly. You can see then with their hand. But we'll see if it's the same video Mick's got coming up. And we're done. So yeah, if you want, you should really sub to UFO Interest. But I do summarize this stuff every so often anyway. Scott's channel. He's not always right. But he'll always say he is. And GUFON calls him the hoaxer debunker because he'll call anything CGI when it may end up not being so. So he reckons that's a hoaxer. But what's GUFON? A fraud promoter. Which is worse than a debunker hoaxer. Anyway, I just laugh at all these terminologies that the idiot comes up with. Close that one down. Reddit. We were looking at one before, weren't we? So we're finished with that one. Did I post that one? I suppose post it. Balloon or doorknob or CGI. It does sound like it's going to be CGI though. Look too good to be true. Close tab. Yeah, let's see if this is the same one. Tracking down a Tic Tac UFO. Of course, how do we do that, guys? We use Flight Radar 24 app. And if you want to actually be a serious debunker, then you might have to pay for a monthly gold membership to look up stuff going back a year. Or buy a year one like I did, but then I ended up not using it, so it's kind of stupid. Really, you want a license where you can use it so many times, right? You log in each time and use it 50 times or whatever. That would be what I would be more interested in. When you want to use it, you get charged, but not so much, right? If it's costing too much, then maybe it's not worth it, because that means you've got to get donations to pay for it.
UFO case, this one here, Tic Tac UFO, film from...
Okay, I think that's the same one, isn't it? Is that too loud?
A plane over Lake Michigan, October 2021. It's interesting because it looks like a Tic Tac shape, kind of an oval shape. And I thought at first that it was a fake because it kind of looks like the classic UFO that they have in this UFO app on the iPhone, where you can add in a fake UFO to videos. But you can kind of see, if you keep watching it, it actually changed shape, and you can see it's kind of flying away from the plane off into the distance. And now, the good thing about this video, and this,
I think that would be too sophisticated for most of the smartphone apps, flying away in the distance, getting smaller and smaller. Most of them are pretty simple, aren't they?
is a little bit unusual, actually, is that we actually have some good information about when it was taken and what plane it was. And this description here on, let's see, latest UFO sighting, is that what it's called? I guess
hey,
so.
Michael King, how's it
Then we have this description here. Tic Tac UFO seen from airplane while flying over Lake Michigan, over Grand Rapids area, was on flight United Airlines 267 from Boston to Denver on October the 17th, 2021.
So he's going to do basically what I've done in many live streams, bring up the application software and plug it in. Yeah, he's obviously bought a license. He can afford to, though. He gets money, unlike the rest of us. Let's just see. Let's skim it on. Is he going to put it in Flight Radar or one of the other ones? He doesn't always use Flight Radar. He uses Flight Aware and other ones, doesn't he?
It's a very low resolution video, and it's digital zoom, and we have a bright object lit by the sun.
Hey, I said digital zoom, remember? And you can see how it's going backwards.
And experience has shown that when you have a cell phone zoomed in as far as you can with digital zoom on a bright white plane, it just shows up as a kind of cigar shaped or tic tac shaped object. And there's lots of examples of this. But which plane is it? Now, we can actually figure that out, and the way I did it was, the most useful information was the fact that we know what plane the camera guy is on. He's on United Airlines 267. So what
Go on, Nick, get on with it. Here we go. What's he using? Flight Aware. See, I told you it uses that.
history, October the 17th, right here, you can see I've already clicked on it. Click October the 17th, it will give you that particular flight. So here it is, from Boston to Denver. And
is that part of it free? That would be interested. Maybe he's found a free part where you don't have to pay. Has he got a link to it so we could just plug it in and see if it lights? Nope. Where's the link? Where's the link? If you want to replicate this, okay, he's got a better bug link here. My nose is going. Okay, let's open that up. So where's the link to Float Away? Come on, let's see if it works. Yeah, so I might have to start using it if they got a free option now. Maybe he doesn't like spending the money either. I can't see the link. Don't see the link to it. It's not clickable. What have we got here? Nope. Solar farm, is it? Flight Weir. He hasn't got a link to Flight Weir, so we can't duplicate it, can we? Unless I'm missing it. Attachments. He's attached the images, but he hasn't given us a link to it. And that would take too much time, probably. Let's see what happens. What's it doing? Downloading it or something? So what's it downloading? Alright, he's downloaded the flight path, so you can load it into Google Earth. We don't want to do that. No, we don't do that. Anyway, just keep on moving. So yeah, eventually he just verifies the flight path there.
So what we want
lines it up with some of the environment. And he's going on. So is there some other stuff in the
thing we can use to actually kind of geolocate exactly what we're looking at, and it turns out that is right there. That is this set of this little reservoir here.
Oh yeah.
And these fields over here are these fields right here. And we can, if you want to, you can go in and see exactly what lines up with everything. But the fun thing we can do here is if we go back to where the United flight is, and then we lined up the two flight tracks like this, you see here, so they're both lined up. You see the ground track, which is, where if you think of the two tracks being lined up, any line drawn from one to the other will show you where you're looking at on the ground. It goes straight over this reservoir in exactly the same way as this little Tic Tac apparent thing actually does.
Nice. I'll post that link there if you want to watch the full thing. Mick West explains. Exactly the same as what I've done in the past too. How to use apps to debunk jets. Which you don't see Third Phase of the Moon doing, and you don't see Tyler Clockner from Secure Team doing it either, and you don't see GUFON doing it because it's a lot of hard work. You can see he spent 10 minutes on it here, but he probably spent a lot longer sussing it out and then put it together as a video. So yeah. Third phase finally. And we're almost 2 hours into the show already, and my throat's going, which is not good. Yeah, Single went Dan ages ago. He didn't like what I said about Carla Diaz UFO being faked. And they were saying that was a biological UFO, which is nonsense. But we can never discount it, of course. That there might be living things that can float around in space that beings can live in. It'd be really cool if you could do that. You know, it'd be like a hitching a ride with a well inside it. So yeah, this is the thing with third phase here now. Guess who's on it? Who's that character there? We saw the Men in Black. What Richard Dolan and someone else said. So, why are credible people doing video clips for a documentary for third phase to use? You see what I mean? The double standards? Hypocritical. And Dolan wants to be taken seriously, and he's on third phase. He's obviously chasing the buck again, you see. And he's trying to push the Wilson documents and all that, you know, all that nonsense, lies. It's disappointing. We'll have a quick look. Men in Black.
Do these men work for some shadow government?
Fantasy, who knows? So where's the Dolan? See that one there? What does that look like on that video there? That looks like that video that we caught, that object we got from that frame, from that video, or from that guy in the UK. Doesn't it? It's got the same shape and everything. Where is it? Picture at the front. Don't be a nana. A nana. Might just leave that one up as a thumbnail. Well, that's not the right shape. The top of it's got clipped. It should say don't be a nana. This one here. Let's just see if we can bring up the image. Or was it going to play? I don't want it to play. I want to stop. Did it wrong. So yeah, it looks very similar to this frame of this video here, which we said is a real UFO. You can see that there. It's the same as that one there. Where's that from, I wonder? Is that the truck driver one? Not sure. I know I had seen that shape before. And when you shrink that down, this is wrong. And when you shrink it down, because it's got stretched here, that's another angle of it looking slightly on an angle, right? And we're seeing more of the disc shape now instead of the side view. But anyway, it's an interesting video, that one. Which we can't show you. Because the guy doesn't want it public. Can only share the two frames. So, yeah, where was Richard Dolan in this? They've got Richard Doty as well. There you go.
Men in black from this world. And if they are they government agents? Maybe with OSI?
Are they? So they got no answers. Just more garbage. Oh. Send feedback. Yeah, ban. No, I wouldn't want them banned. Demonetize them. Oh, crap. What's going on here? I've lost them. Okay, let's go back.
SI or something to that effect. Come up with answers when.
That guy's never got any
Was Philip
answers.
Class a Men in Black?
Through the walls.
Hollywood perceives
is then accosted by usually two.
Is he being interviewed for a Blake there, or is he just giving them a clip? Still, it's just bad of him to do that.
Question in most people's minds surrounding the infamous MIB accounts.
Sounds like one of their documentaries, doesn't it? I've only got Blake interviewing him.
But in all cases, the idea is to scare off or intimidate the witness so that they don't pursue whatever it is that they're looking into.
when working.
But we already know all that about Men in Black. So they got no answers still. They're just talking around in circles. This is that really frustrates me. And they'll probably have people pay, what was it, $2 US dollars for it, or $3 US dollars for it to rent it, or 15 to buy the documentary. Let's see, new documentary. That's what they've been working on. That's why they've been recycling crap. Genius with a dot. Great. Okay, let's have a look. Stuff off Apple. Block. Does it have a price on it? Or was it a free one? It can't be free, can it? 1 hour, 13 minutes. Yep, it's definitely a new one. And guess what? It's a Darcy Weir one. Blake Cousins. So yeah, there's not as only Darcy Weir working with the frauds, Tyler Kolotner of security. He's also working with the frauds, Jamie Masson, and also Blake Cousins. And that's probably why Richard Dolan went on. He thought he was doing it for Darcy. But still, this is what I keep saying. You got to be careful of people that are promoting frauds all the time. So that makes them a fraud themselves, fraud promoters. So he would have known that, but he's going to use that excuse saying, "Oh, I didn't know it was the third phase of the moon thing. I thought it was Darcy." They always have outs. Anyway. Go and waste your money if you want to. Okay, next one.
Of a video that showcases a strange light. People are on the ground investigating it, and then a crop circle pops up on the same day in the exact same position. So let's roll it. The first video coming in from Hungary. Watch this.
Hungary. Okay, it looks like a transformer explosion, doesn't it? Is it a regular pulsing light though? Could be emergency lights. It's a regular one pulse.
So what just happened in Hungary?
Emergency lights. Probably putting out a forest fire.
We're receiving multiple reports, multiple videos.
Of course, it could be a combine harvester, and that could explain the crop circle.
Those are being submitted. We're having some information coming in from the region that something strange happened. Now let's get to the second video right now. Take a look at this.
Because nagyon világít. Ember, földjungat valami! Azt a kurva anyját!
Ajja!
De hová tűnt? Azt mondd neked! Az egész...
So the flashing light could be emergency vehicles, right? Could be in a paddock. Maybe it got caught fire.
Mindenhova tűnt el. Hallod, hova tűnt el? Vicce, mi volt ez? Én nem
Ufa
tudom, de
mita
fölvettem.
ida. Oh.
Hallod?
What a funny language, man. Almost sounds like alien.
Vissza videót. Várj, de mi van itt? Vagy ott semmi?
What's that in front?
Semmi ember, semmi. Ott kéne menni valaminek. Ez most mi volt? Hallod? Állj félre. Ott kell lenni valahol. De nincs
What's
ember.
that there? Balloons, isn't it?
Állj már meg, nézzük már vissza videót.
He's got
Várj, de
balloons
mi van
in the
itt?
car.
Vagy ott semmi. Semmi ember, semmi.
Or was it tied to
Ott
the
kéne
car?
menni valaminek. Ez most mi volt?
I don't know, it's coming across a wee bit fakery to me. Really.
Flash itself, it's a unique capture. Some people might say this is just a power grid explosion, some sort of
That's what I said to start with.
discharge. I might agree with that.
No, it's not, because it had a regular pulsing, so I changed it to emergency
Then again,
lights.
why is there a crop circle right where
Hey, look. Burn. Looks like it got burnt. Well, something happened there. That's kind of weird. Looks like writing in the middle, isn't it? Is that writing there, 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 and there? And they've tried to blur it out. They have, haven't they? Could. Looks like CHI. I don't know. It looks like cola or something like that. Coca-Cola ring. It's probably from an ad.
this was located, this event, and to have it captured on 2 different angles lead to the legitimacy of this video. It's pretty impressive to say the least.
Idiot. So what does it prove? It doesn't prove aliens at all. He's saying it proves the legitimacy of the video. Well, how does it? Have they driven down that road and taken a picture in daytime and then gone up to the crop circle? No. 2 separate videos that don't mean anything. Doesn't prove anything. To splice 2 things together they found on the internet.
The people in Hungary are talking about what happened in the night. People witnessed.
So are they? When was this? Was it 2021 or was it a recycled video? Again, we don't know. Is it?
In the night, people witnessed it from explosion, some sort of discharge. I might agree with that, but then again, why is there a crop circle right where...
Hungary. I wonder if we can find anything on it. Let's see if we can do a fact check on it. Hungary. Crop circle. Okay, we've got a few there. Hunger Games. Okay, you see. Let's see if we can find it in images. None of those ones. Okay, so it's not very popular then. Hungary crop circle doesn't come up. Unless I spelled it wrong. Hungry. Don't think I have. There's only one that seems to be coming up. Let's just double check. Hungry. Hungry, as in food, has come up country. That looks better. Oh, right, I spelled it wrong. Okay, that's why we do checks. Whereabouts is it? Near Austria, Slovakia, Budapest. Okay, so that gives us a better idea. Let's see what comes up now. Nope. Could be that one where they're zoomed in the middle. Let's have a look again. They've cropped it off here. Do we get a zoom out of it? What does it zoom out? Because it's got cropped.
This was located, this event, and see this flash itself. It's a glow. People might say this is just a power grid explosion, some sort of discharge. I might agree with that, but then again, why is there a crop circle right where this was located, this event?
See, they didn't zoom out, so what are they hiding on the edge of it? So could it be this one here? Star Trek symbol. This one here. Here in Poland, Hungary. So we only got a close-up of it. Kind of looks like it might be that one, huh? 2 tracks going through it. Might be why it had a watermark on it and they tried to get rid of it. This is why we do this research, guys. We always check out the facts. These guys don't. Where's it gone? Alright, now we've got a better picture of it. Okay, so it's not that one. It's a simple crop circle. So let's count that one out. What if we can do a research on it, maybe? But then again, if it was that current news in Hungary, we'd expect a load of the images to be popping up here on news sites, right? And that's it. We've only got maybe one crop circle on Hungary, because they're saying Lancaster. That's the only one. That black and white one here. That's pretty crappy, isn't it? Again, we might have to snap an image here and do reverse search. But the story sounds really highly suspect already. Gonna have to wrap up soon, unfortunately. See how I feel tomorrow. I might do another one tomorrow. There's always too much, not enough hours in the day. So we need to do image search on that. So we can do it this way. Images. Upload image. So now you know how to do it. Well, almost got it right. Okay, so it's got a lot of crop circles, but is it the one we're after? And you can see here, these ones have got writing going through it. So I reckon they took the image offline somewhere. Let's see. It's got Seoul there, so let's put Hungary. And does it narrow it down for us? Nope. Let's come up with suckables. Try UFO. I got rid of all the images. So it's not that popular, is it? In Hungary or the rest of the world. Crop circle. Give us back a load again. Yep. Is that the one? That looks familiar. That's the one. We found it, and it's on Facebook. So that must be where they got it from. Okay, let's have a look. So yeah, you can see how we hunted that one down. Stuff off. Crop circles. So it's definitely the one. It's got something going through there. That's 100% it. So image copyright. So did they get permission? I don't know. 2020, 2nd of July. So that's the old one, the recycling. So they don't tell you that though, do they? But it's that video of them driving from the same place. Is it from 2020? Or is it this year? Because then that will prove it's not this crop circle made by them, by that sighting, because that's a year ago. What else we got here? Crop circle connection. That's the one. So it can't be writing then. It must be like a green patch. Some green patches coming through. Does it talk about the other video? UFO Club. Too much damn reading, I hate it. Doesn't talk about the driving, does it? Crop circle. He had already seen an artificial man-made crop circle, but the table between Kusakasa and is not about this, eh? Footprint, what's that one? Why is it too big? It's too big. It's not wrapped. It won't scroll. Now that's stupid. You have to reduce the font. Still not. Footprint of the devil's hoof. Okay. Sounds like totally different to what they're showing, doesn't it? So now we need to know this one here. We may be able to debunk them. This one here. Have we got a link to it? No, is it? They're not putting links anymore. This video is confusing, third phase. I will unsubscribe. As you can see, it takes a lot of research to get to the point, mate. Sometimes you have to be a bit patient, but these guys are definitely want to drag it out for ads. But China is a bit over the top. Okay, I haven't watched it all. Corbett has gone unusual. Well, he's made a stack of money. He's probably left the States and gone somewhere on holiday for 6 months. He's probably working on another movie anyway, to tell the truth. I hope it's not with Secure Team. Or third phase. GUFON, your input and distinct views and realization are unique. Delusional. He won't do the kind of research I'm doing now, will he? No. There's hypocrites. Let's see, a path from the edge. As if someone went in. Normally you drive over the same tracks though, don't you? So no one's given us any hints here, have they? Keep up the good work. Oh my god. Hypersonic missiles has nothing to do with it, does it? Alright, they must have a Chinese bit on the end. We'll get to that in a minute, I guess. Looks like the movie base. Third phase, you need to drop the goof from GUFON. His opinions are always totally off base. Yeah, well, there's another side to the coin there. Rich is too negative. I stopped watching his videos because of it. See, as soon as you become a debunker, they switch off, guys. But unfortunate, really. Everybody should be like me. Start in the middle and work towards the facts you can find. Wow, the jealousy is strong in these guys. Rich is getting mentioned a lot. Has gone off the deep end. Disinformation agent, that's what I was called too. Working from New Zealand, the bottom of the world. Despite I've put up some credible UFO videos and footages and over the years, and stories and Roberts. I'm still called names, but anyway, yeah, video. How can we find that one? Well, we can't really, can we?
Az egész eltűnt. Na most Franco.
In Hungary, we're receiving multiple reports, multiple videos are being submitted. We're having some information coming in from the region that something strange happened. Now let's get to the second video right now. Take a look at this.
Na mi a rákez? Na most Franco.
So what can we do there, guys? There's not enough detail in that video. It's filmed in portrait, which is bad. It's not going to search on reverse image search very well. It's just going to come up with the sun setting and stuff like that on that one. And also they got the YouTube of a drone flying around it here. Excuse me. I have got a drink here. I'll just get a sip. I'm dying. Could be my last stream. Of course, I went to the hospital on Friday, and that's where you want to pick up stuff from. But anyway, it was a checkup on my eyes, and they have got a bit better. So yeah, it looks like they're two separate videos then. So why don't they play the video clip here? I might have to play it and then pause it. Okay, there we go. So they didn't play this, did they? It's got to be made up story. Another hoax sent into third phase. No, we didn't see any of that one. Crop circle connector. I posted it down the side anyway. Someone else can call them out on their BS on their channel because I'm banned. Hungry crop is 2020, and if this latest video is meant to be from today, well, this week, and then that sort of debunks it, doesn't it? Unfortunately, we got no video link to source on the first one, and I don't think we can do a reverse image search on it. Flash in the sky, hungry crop circle. Flash in the sky. Nope. No images coming up. That's for that crop circle or that video. Let's try hungry flash in the sky. And that could be it there. And there. Is that the same video? So let's go back. Maybe they've stolen the video too. Okay, so I'm just looking at the tree. A tree there and skinny one there. We don't need that. So it can't be this one. Can't be that one's two skinny trees. We're looking for a round one. And it's not looking good, is it? Not looking good at all. And unless one of you guys in the side chat knows where it could be. We're pretty much stuck now. People hear some giggling going on. What are you smoking? I'm just a happy guy. I don't smoke anything. I'm anti-smoker actually. And if I smoked, I'd probably be dead. Can barely breathe from my nose half the time. Probably need to get an operation to open it up more. Too much hassle. So yeah. How can we not be laughing at these guys anyway? UFO Pro. They're such clowns, aren't they? This 3-ring circus. But yeah, let's have a look at this one here. Does it mention even hungry on this one? Could be another angle, you see. So we'll go to it. Where is it? In the mirror. Okay, let's have a look. Not allowed to watch it. Okay. Whereabouts is it? Spaceship landing. Does sound like a Hungarian name, doesn't it? Martin Sotur. Budapest, it's in the same location. Believed to be a crash landing. But we can't watch the video. It's not the same video though. And it's not the same angle. Although, if the road's there, it could be. Looks like there's a small tree there and a big bush there. Let's have a look. That one's going back a bit. It doesn't look the right colour. Unless it's like that. I don't think it's the same trees. So this is going to be another angle, is it? So what were the flashes? Did they find out? It looked like it was blinking. Thunderstorm, yes. I reckon it was fire engines putting out a flame from a lightning strike. That's what I think, because it had that regular flashing pattern. Another bogus story from Third Phase. Yeah, what year was it? Obviously, it's the same location. 2017. Yeah, so it's something from then. It's got to be, isn't it? So before we got the video, I don't think. No. UFO alert. It's got to be the same year. Two different events spliced together. What do you reckon? You reckon that I might be right out there? Any other opinions? Let's see. Let's have a look at this one. Nah. What's that to you when it's not available? Kind of suggests that it was actually a hoax, right? And they deleted it. Well, they knew what it was and they were saying it was UFO in the video, so they decided to delete it. It's the same person. He wasn't the only person to see it. So that other video could be from the same time, eh? It's got the same lighting in the sky. It looks so much the same. But yeah, I did my best to try and hunt it down. So there's only so much we can do, I guess. Maybe I should have posted that link there too for everybody. Hey, UFO bro, what's this? Money. Shock to the system. Thank you very much. $5. I'll just post this down here. And if people want to research a bit further, go ahead. 2017 flashes. As we looked up, Budapest is actually Hungary. A non-smoker, that's good. So you should be, Dan. You're only a young'un. But most of my sister's kids started up smoking. And I'm not sure if they regret it now or not. Because it is a cost. Quite expensive, actually. Especially in New Zealand. So yeah, so that works out. Australian dollars is actually worth $3.70 New Zealand. That shows how crappy New Zealand dollar is. But everything helps. We got what was it? I think it's $50 left to get to the yearly target of 200 minimum. Let me just bring up. Let's see how much we got left to get. This is like a tracker. Why is it not coming up? Probably going to crash. Too much. Pushing the CPU too much. It didn't come up with anything, did it? Oh, here it comes. Man, that's slow. Here we go. So we got 161 US, 200 is the target. So what's that? $40. Yeah, 39 to go. With your extra donation, that sort of pushes it up a couple bits. So what's $5 Australian to American? They were a couple of dollars. Anyway, that's not changed it much, but anyway, we'll get there hopefully. Just close that down again. So, on to the next video, I guess. I think we busted them. A 2017 video mixed with a 2020 video. And they didn't even bother doing any background checks on it. How many people have sent in fake videos and hope to get their video shown by Third Phase? I could probably see UFO Bro doing it. We only got Dan and you here, is it? 2 people. Maybe the stats are correct finally. Let's keep on going.
Because nagyon világít. Ember földjungat valami. Nem látok.
Off in the distance, this orange glow. You could almost see the fan of it. You could kind of see it rippling and fading in and out.
Okay, so you can see this sort of rippling effect. That's like a ambulance light. I mean a fire engine light going around circles like that, going flick, 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 flick. Because he's not going to tell you that.
The flash itself, it's a unique capture. Some people might say this is just a power grid explosion, some sort of discharge. I might agree with that, but then again, why is there a crop circle right where this was located, this event? And to have it captured on 2 different angles lead to the legitimacy of this video. It's pretty impressive to say the least. The people in Hungary are talking about what happened in the night. People witnessed it from different locations, a huge bright light that people couldn't explain. But what's really weird is the next morning, people went to the exact location and found a crop circle that developed, transformed, appeared, whatever you call it. A crop circle is now present in the exact area of these lights. We're looking at the video right now in the daytime of what looks to be the classic crop circle phenomenon.
I don't like that background music. That sounds almost copyright stuff. Doesn't it? Alright, there's that video from that.
So now we have a
TV series.
Circle video.
A TV
We're trying to
thing.
make out what the people are saying.
But you can see it was cropped into what we saw. They cropped it, I think, is it? Or are they just rotating it? Hang on, so they rotating the image themselves. No, I think it's from that TV news footage in 2020. Maybe you can go over it more so you can match up that particular sequence with the thing. These guys talk crap, don't they?
To the expressions of what the people are saying within the 2 videos. So let's get to it, Martin. Explain.
Good to be here, Blake. And yeah, my opinion is it's interesting that the name is Nagisistan. And they were describing it. Of course, you know, they got so excited because, you know, they saw something that they never seen before. And they were screaming and they were saying, son of a bitch, you know, in their native language. So that was kind of funny, yelling it out. And I don't know, of course, you know, nobody is expert, right? So, you know, I'm not expert, but it's interesting to see all these different things.
Well, I'm more expert than they are, obviously. So they're making excuses.
Because one day they saw these lights, and another day they see this crop circle. So it's pretty amazing that appear day after. And I'm not expert, but this is really something to see in a place where it's very rare.
Just like everywhere around the world, people get excited, right, Martin? When you see the phenomenon, there's expressions, there's some kind of language that comes out of people, and it's universal. We're going to try and... Now, there's a cam that captures an unidentified flying object in close proximity to the Icelandic volcano. Take a look at this.
We've seen this before, haven't we? Drone, was it? I don't see where it was. Pixel UFO, here we go. This thing's got a blinking light on it. And that looks like a drone.
Volcanic activity has been blowing up around the world, and Iceland is one of...
The camera had trouble focusing on it because only a few pixels and it was moving fast.
We have UFOs that are flanking the caldera as we see. One comes in from left to right at incredible speeds, and as soon as that one banks in, we have another one that comes from right to left. And what's happening here? Is this drone activity or something otherworldly? What we see around the world...
They know it's a drone. Come on, someone's filming it for TV news or whatever.
World are orbs flanking calderas, hot volcanic places around the world, and it seems that they're a magnet for UFOs. What are they doing here? Are they harnessing the power of the volcano for otherworldly travels? What in the world's going on? This is impressive footage. Absolutely, Brett. The phenomenon around active volcanoes are off the hook. We're receiving these videos almost on a weekly basis. So we're going to be keeping an eye out for the phenomenon around the activity of the Ring of Fire and...
the crop circles, someone has actually caught one of those basic ones being formed through like a wind, what do you call it? You know, you get the dust storms where it spins up around the desert. I've seen one of those go over the paddock and it left one of those behind. So it's just, you just need a really fast spinning wind to be over the area and long enough for the stems to bend. And of course, if it's raining, it moistens the stems, so it makes it easier to bend, you see, without snapping. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's something natural. And those simple ones have been around for centuries. They used to call it the devil mower or whatever. So I didn't see anything on China there. Did we skim past it by mistake?
As I say, on the same day in the exact same position.
No. So we must be talking about another video or something.
So what just happened in Hungary?
Nothing. It's a fake made from 2 videos. Okay, so last one maybe. Let's have a look. I'll bring up to 3 hours already. Oh no, not the redhead.
So I was at the Museum of Modern...
So how's she
dressed?
And
came across some articles, so buckle up everybody, let's get to it. Take a look at this.
Buckle up your zipper, guys. Okay, there she is, dressed in high heel boots and her gloves again. And what the hell is she wearing there? Is that for the rating boost there, Blake? Because you're not that sexy. Just there wasn't a gust of wind at the wrong time.
So I was at the Museum of Modern Art in New York a couple weeks ago, and I came across this drawing in one part of the museum that it was just a small drawing about this big.
I just can't stand her voice. But she's not as bad as she has been.
And it had like a future city with UFOs that looked like flying around. They looked kind of like flying saucers, but when I looked closer, it looked just like the gimbal video that is broadcasted all over mainstream media right now from the Navy. And there's like these weird cars that have this like steam engine wheel thing going on.
So it's someone's art, isn't it? Yeah, what's going on? more money coming in. What did we miss? UFO Bro Gang. You're loaded today. Truth and lies, yes, it does. We're trying to figure out the truth, though. So what are we looking at here? People. What would that thing be? Is it meant to be a car? What the hell's that then? Looks like a single wheel here and a big wheel here. Looks like someone's futuristic artwork, doesn't it? Flying cars, probably. So what's she trying to say? That's the same as the Tic Tac?
Like nothing I've ever seen before. And I was just like, wow, who did this? And I looked at the author of it, and it was Frank Lloyd Wright, who just happens to have a house pretty close to me, up in the hills. And I've always been fascinated by his architecture.
So we got some more pictures. So she's saying this is the same as the gimbal. Alright, there's no one. Floating cities, it looked like to me, bit like those stealth blimps that they were talking about, where they hid the cloud city, right, where the UFOs can dock. That's already happening, we just haven't seen it yet. Yes, could that be the gimbal that I got as the cloud city? I don't think so. She's mixing up where's the gimbal thing going? So you can never get the frame you want. There we go. So yeah, well, the frame wasn't there, it just popped up by pure chance. So if you look at that, it's got the two peaks, top and bottom here. Well, that picture is actually just got one going downwards, so it's not exactly the same at all. And those peaks are just meant to be, because we're looking at thermal here, we're not actually looking at a TV image of the object. And that's the whole problem. Unlike the 2004 one, which switches between thermal and TV mode. And the thermal actually matches the TV mode one. It doesn't change shape or anything. So I think the 2004 one was what David Fravor was describing. It was a Tic Tac, but this one here is something different. Whether it is a experimental drone with little tiny wings, I don't know, but that's what I thought when I saw it. And it could outrun the normal jets, of course, because it doesn't have a pilot in it. But until we get more information on that one, it's going to be always debated. Alright. So how long does this go on for? 16 minutes. Oh no. What else we got?
Yeah, I wish it wasn't so shaky and it was a little bit clear. It's just so, it would...
Yeah, so those pictures look a bit like this. What I said was a hot air balloon, which is we managed to find one that was really close to it. at the last minute, remember? So yeah. So we've done all that. Yeah, we can look at UFO art till the cows come home, right? And say it looks like this video here. What's that gonna? It's just what I call a filler episode here to make money. And how many views did they get? 34. You see, it seems to be fairly constant. So my question is, how come YouTube keeps taking away my subs, and yet these guys just seem to keep going up and up and up? It's only getting 34,000 views, right? So that means there's a lot of dead subs there, at least 700. So why isn't Google purging all those so they don't reach 1 million? They'd be really annoyed, won't they? So yeah, I think we're finished for today then. And again, I didn't know what I was going to cover. It was all random. But I was going to try and get to the MUFON cases, and I think I'm done. Done enough for today. We can have a quick skim through, see what's coming through now. And again, thanks UFO Bro for your 2 donations. And hopefully more people want to keep me on air, because I will disappear if I just can't fund it. Okay, so what do we got here? That looks kind of like a UFO, doesn't it? These ones are probably better than what we've been looking at. Come on. A cloud. If that's the same one. It's just changing shapes. See, we want something like that in the video. Yeah, look, there's this cloud changing shapes. Oh, looks like a cut and paste job, eh? Look at all the funny characters in it. While driving to Slide Lake. So it looks like it's been cut and paste from a website somewhere. Really weird, isn't it? Having all those strange characters, right? Trademark. Something's not right with that one. Okay, what's this guy saying? Like a plane. Plane without wings. Interesting. Yes, you do get that. We just talked about that before. So yeah, that one's not going to be any good. So there obviously was something moving through the sky. And it's out of focus plane. Yeah, it kind of looks like a plane tail there, doesn't it? Just garbage. Typical UFO quality. All these high definition cameras on phones, and that's the crap we get. Okay, we'll keep looking. What have we got here? Looks like artist rendering. What are we looking at? That looks like one of those LED kites, yeah, my throat's gone. LED kites, and we haven't got a video, damn. Again, this looks like a cut and paste job from the same person, doesn't it? Pulsating, flashing, interfered with the satellite signal. Include a photo. So where's the video, mate? I don't believe you. That's gotta be a triangle kite. I think I can see the strings on it. Or it's artist rendering, actually. Something's not right with it. Include a photograph, he said, though, wasn't it? I think he's lying. That looks like a drawing. Probably cut it from a website, probably. Oh well, if we get time, maybe we'll get a chance to go over it a bit better. Next time, maybe. But still, without a video, it's not going to be really good. So light over the station there. A dot in the sky. Looks like it's fading. So it could be a satellite International Space Station floating away. No apps used. But looks like it's... Oh, what's going on here? Oh, what the hell? I didn't do that. I'm just trying to scroll. Okay. Filmed through a car window, not good at all. Can't see anything obvious apart from that thing there. Here we go. Could be a plane again. Dots in the sky again, the worst kind. I think it's going to change once you get these optical zooms better on phones. And then get rid of that digital zoom. Digital zoom's a waste of time. Okay, we've got a bright light. Another little speck of light. So it could be anything really. In those photos. What do we got here? Something in the corner, I'm not sure what it is. Of a light. So that one looks like it might be a fake or interesting. Here we go. Actually looks like it might be a real posting this time. But 2016. Chemtrail. Seconds of each other until it blew up the pictures. Second one is colourful disturbance in the guy. Second one is a horseshoe. And the third one is a full blown ship with windows. Okay. So we might have to come back to that one. Have a look at it a bit better and let's see if it's a fake. It's the sort of thing you're not meant to do though. Aim your camera at a bright light. A triangle. Let's see. One with windows. It's definitely interesting. Is it worth spending some time on it? Why not? What have we got? 2 hours 54. Let's have a quick look anyway. Come on. The problem is with the MUFON ones, we don't get to see what the researcher found out. All the extra notes, right? Because they go around their house and interview them. Take some daytime snapshots where they're standing and all that sort of stuff. And we don't see what their outcome was, which is a bit unfortunate. But, like I said, there might be some better stuff on here than all those Wasted time YouTube channels. And I see he's taking it portrait. The question is, how's the metadata check out on it? So let's run it through, send it to exit if tool. And let's see what kind of camera it says. So if it doesn't say the camera make, then I'll be suspicious that it's a fake. Okay. And you can see straight away both of these images don't have exit if, I don't think. Blank. Blank, blank, blank. So it makes it a fake. No data. Apart from Windows data. Oh dear. Not looking good. Oh, I haven't to it there. I was trying to scroll. 720 by 1280. Deflate, inflate. Saved it as a ping. So it means you can't process it for fraud like you can with a JPEG. So far it looks really suspicious. Let's bring that in there. What do you think on this one, guys? I'll check the side comments in a minute. $12.80. So what could it be? It's the sort of thing we'd see on third phase, wouldn't it? It's one they haven't picked this one up, actually. So what are we saying? I'll read the other screen. Actually, maybe I should just zoom in. Let's see. UFOs have been seen around nuclear sites since the 1940s. Yep. Known hotspot for UFOs. Bangor is not an air base, it is a sub-base. Russian government making top secret projects. Yeah. But in this case, I think, what was the location? California. I think someone's having us on here. This, try colours, I suppose. Brightness probably won't do much. Kind of looks like a hand, doesn't it? Hand holding something. Thumb, finger. Reflection. Maybe a hand holding a toy or a torch. And that's just let's try colour swap. Kind of looks like a thumb and a hand bending around something. And it looks like a black sleeve going up this way. Let's see what pops out anyway. Looks like something's going on here. Like a reflection, I think. Shame I can't see the rest of the arm though, if it's sand. What the hell would it be? There's not enough detail on it, is there? Green hand. Don't know. Let's do the full picture. Oh, come on, CPU. You're annoying me. Let's try the same filter on this one. And what are we looking at? Oh, look, something going on. Looks like a person's head. Maybe a body and a chair and a hand coming down. Looks like another hand over that way, maybe. What the hell's this? So let's try something else. Oh, why is it not resetting? So could that be one of those ring LED lights reflecting of a window? A hand here. Let's see. Seems to be picking up something there. Still looks like a hand coming off this way and something up here, doesn't it? It's just not enough quality in that. And it's only a 1080p, wasn't it? I've closed it down now. If it was a proper photograph, we would expect 4 times the quality. And it wouldn't be 1080p. It would be something like 4000 by 3000 if it's a 12 megapixel camera. To me that looks like a hand. Some looks like it's got maybe a black sleeve there. Sometimes it's a bit hard to it's hanging on to an end or something there with lights on it. And that to me looks like it could be a face up here. But yeah, pixelization, pareidolia, I don't know. So all the signs point to it being a hoax. A reflection in the window. And we've got this hand here. And this shows that even MUFON get lots of hoaxes sent to them. So what was in this one? Blob. Let's have a look at that one too. I'll spend a wee bit longer on it. And I'll catch up in the comments once I've saved it. What's that second one? Yeah. Could be a torch in the hand. And a torch at the window. Yes. We need to Get the other ones. Get the second one. And it's 720 by 1280. It's got to be a frame from a video, alright? That's why it's so low quality. Well, it looks like the same one that we just got. Is it two the same? Have I stuffed up? No. File 1 and file 3. That's the same as file 2, is it? What am I doing wrong? Titled. What was that one? File 3. Right, it's the same one. Okay. So we want file 2. I'll get there. Get a wee bit tired now. Open. That's the one we want. Okay, so still kind of looks like a hand. What do you reckon? What do you guys think? We're on the right track. South Australia, I never get to see any aircraft carriers. That would be good. Yeah, they are quite large. Yeah, 5,000 men can fit on them. Plus planes. I've been to the submarine museum. Okay, you're just talking amongst yourself. Okay. So you guys are no help whatsoever, huh? Alright, so let's reset that and try different things here. Kind of looks like a smudgy window, doesn't it? It looks like a face. Face sort of shown there. Yeah, it looks like the person that's photographing it. So what's this over here? That's a good question. I just saw something then. 4 LED lights. Making this big blur. What the hell is it? Okay, we're gonna have to zoom in. It's quite a mystery, isn't it, trying to solve these hoaxes, why they ruin it for us, and why would they want to do it, you know? Fade. School project, newspaper project, see how they can trick MUFON. Open in a new image. CPU's gone. Come on. Okay. Resize. I've got to wrap up soon though. Okay, it looks like another angle to where he's holding it. So it looks like some sunglasses, doesn't it? Almost looks like sunglasses with 3 LED lights in the front, and looks like he might be holding it here. Looks like a hand here still, doesn't it? Gripping around the edge. And it looks like sunnies. Something you put on your front of your head with LED lights on it. I think Paul's on the right path again. Okay, let's see what we can find. So that means that he must have had a helper. That means someone was behind him, because we can see the reflection of his face with the torch and taking a picture. Let's see. Sun glasses with LEDs. So it might be like those glasses that you wear when you want to zoom in. You know, it's like got a magnifier bit on it, and you've got LEDs that you turn on. Oh, it could be some gimmicky thing like that. So let's have a look what we got available. So it's got the right angle and the curvature here. It's got the curvature going where it's like a triangle bit. Could it be matrix glasses? Looks like it's got 3 LED lights in it though. Let's put those side by side. Don't save. I should save these ones though and make a thumbnail out of it. Save that one. I just love the fakes. Save that one. It'd be funny if it comes up tomorrow on third phase, right? Or security, and you'll be laughing your heads off. I'm sure I've saved it. Is it getting to the right place though? Probably not. Okay, we'll just repeat it. Forgot to check, is it in the downloads? And no, let's put it in the damn pictures, so it doesn't matter. Download. Come on, CPU. You're driving me crazy, man. Okay. Still coming up. Damn. A hand, and this one's a side view of the glasses this time. It'd be good if they said, oh yeah, this guy's got it right, you know. Then I might actually get some kudos from the fakers out there and the people watching. So what do you reckon? Glasses, sunglasses with LEDs on? Yeah. Australia's nice, New Zealand's nice. But there's got to be nice places in America. It's a big country. So could it be something crazy? It does crazy patterns on the front. That one's got a middle bit here. That's definitely full glasses, and you could make your own patterns on it. It's got to be something like that, isn't it? So cool. Right, here we go. Love hearts, and put a love heart in the middle. It's gotta be. Come on. It's got the right shape. If I was rich, I'd order a pair and see if I could duplicate it. Throw some money at it. But yeah, it looks like the right size. Where was it? Damn. It wasn't enough to that, but so to that one. 3 hearts maybe. If we can get one with 3 hearts, I'd be really happy. And where was it? You should be able to put 3 hearts on there, I reckon. And that one goes right across. Cool. Could it be like letter A, letter A, letter A? 3 letter A's? Or V's, maybe. And you got remote control for it too. X's. See, I didn't even know these existed until now. Technology is just getting better. How does that work for your eyes though? Would that blind you? Or can you still see normally through it and just blind everybody else that's looking at you? Ah, that's even got it plays music. That's pretty cool. These guys will probably want to get here now. What's that one? 2 heart shapes again. You know, I'll stumble across it one day and say, oh, that's what we're looking for. That's the pattern. But yeah, I better wrap up. I should just pick one, post it on the side or something. Where's the one with the remote control? Can't find it now. There we go for the music ones. With scroll and display. Can't be too much, can they? Sexy. Well, that's what I got to be using, isn't it? So, and what have we got here? AAA batteries, 7-hour battery life, different emanations. Doesn't say it's got a remote control on it. That one has though. Alright, you do it from an app on your phone. Anyway, I'll let you have a look at that. It's quite interesting. Lead sunnies. Sunnies. Let's say call them down here. But I wanted to get an image of one of them. Now I've gone and closed it. I can't win. I was going to get image of one and just use it on the try lead sunnies, see if that comes up. To use it on my thumbnail. Oh, here we go, that worked as well. Images. That one, big cool, maybe. Hot chick, that's going to be good for a thumbnail, isn't it? Save image. Not a redhead. Well, I suppose she might be. No, brown. She's not wearing gloves. It's got the wrong name. Sunny's lead JPEG. Look, I can't even spell. Anyway, it's time to go, guys. Paul's making mistakes now. Alright, and that's all saved. And see it on my thumbnail later. Now I suppose I saved it to the wrong place today. I might have done too. Let's probably put it in pictures. That's alright though. I'll sort it out. Too many mistakes. time to go. Good night, and take care on the roads, everybody. And I'll see you again in the future. Hope you enjoyed it anyway. I know it's long-winded, some of these, but we get the answers in the end, don't we? And if you haven't seen my Thai liar stuff, I did 10 episodes, didn't I? Go and check it out. I'll still probably go back to it some stage, do some more. Instead of having Aileen Gray, I have Tyler. But people didn't like the voice too much, so I don't know. Can't please everybody. No doubt I'll have GUFON trash me because I trashed him. You know what it's like, the drama. In fact, he's probably on there now already done so. I just saw Paul doing this on me, and Mr. Uncle F, whatever his name is, Fessler. I just love it. Anyway, catch you laters.